Hello. I just wanted to make a little video talking about my 100th big review that I've just put out, and I originally wanted to make a little announcement video like I've done for a lot of big reviews in the past, where I talk about the review and then show a little sneak peek. But I was working really hard to get the review finished and put out before September ended, so I could then focus on my October reviews that I didn't have time to do a little announcement video. But for anybody who would like a little sneak peek, because the review is a very long one, there'll be a clip at the end of this video, and just want to say it feels strange in both a good and weird way about reaching 100 reviews, and it's hard to know exactly which show name to apply this to, because when I started doing movie reviews, I started trying to do a review show here on YouTube. I called my show The Bisexual Movie Buff because I wanted to get a name that really stuck out, because I've heard that that's a good way to get noticed on YouTube, and chose the name because 1, I'm bisexual, and 2, I'm a movie buff. So seemed like a pretty good title and matched up to me, but after a while I decided the title was a little misleading, because the movie buff part really became everything, and other than giving my occasional opinions on which female and male characters I thought were hot, the bisexual part never really came up. So around my second year, well into it, I changed the name to JMC Reviews, because my initials are JMC. Feels like a more fitting and accurate title to the format of the show, and it's kind of stuck. However, I don't consider the series of reviews I've been doing 2 different shows. I consider them the same show, just with a different name. And there are 2 reasons for this. 1, when I changed the name, I was approaching my 50th review, and my thought was, if you think I'm gonna start from episode 1 again, you're fucking crazy. But also, there are a lot of reviewers who have started with a certain name and changed it, but still consider the same show, like James Rolfe with The Angry Nintendo Nerd, and then going to The Angry Video Game Nerd, and so, yeah, same show, just slightly different name. Anyway, 100 episodes, it feels funny and cool, a little overwhelming, it's quite a big number, and I guess a milestone, and I'm not the most excitable person, so sorry if I seem a little mundane, but I do consider this a big thing. I have been very sleep deprived lately, working hard on editing this big review, and now I got a lot more work to do. I was already doing a lot because I was also editing the Old School Trailer Hounds, but now it's back to trying to put out some regular JMC reviews, specifically for October, and also some Old School Trailer Hounds that'll be coming up, and a few other videos that'll be on this channel and my other YouTube channel, Movie Buff Reactions. And for such a special review with such a big number, I was able to wrangle a few people to participate in the video with me. I got my cousin Nick Charleston, who's my very first co-host reviewer, and his brother Matt Charleston, making his first appearance on my YouTube channel. Nick and I have been very close. We're about the same age, and we've known each other since we were pretty much babies. And Matt, always a few years younger, we've been getting pretty close over the past year, and it turns out he's a very huge movie buff, so we have that in common. And I actually did a reaction video with him for the Cinema Snob's Black Devil Doll from Hell review. It's a funny review, and I think our reaction to it was enjoyable. The movie we reviewed for the 100th episode was my all-time favorite film, because I thought for such a big event we should review a very special movie, and just because it's good and you love it doesn't mean you can't review it. And for anyone who might be interested but a little hesitant, because the video is about 1 hour and 11 minutes, I say check out this little clip, and if it looks funny or enjoyable, or if you think we have good reviewer skills, check it out, and see you in the next video. And thank you to everybody who's watched me since the beginning, and Welcome anybody who's new. Enjoy the show. How would you describe the theme for this movie?
Creepy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
I would say
Suspenseful.
it's all that, but surprisingly kind of mellow.
I guess I could see that. I mean, I don't know if it's really too mellow when you see a freaking dog's face go.
Well, yeah, I think it does a good job of like that kind of like building up to it, so
Yeah.
like it takes its time and it doesn't try to rush anything, and it just
I
like,
get that.
and then like the payoff for when something like crazy finally happens is
Yeah.
like that much more
Yeah,
entertaining.
exactly.
Like, it's not mellow in the mutation scenes, but the opening theme with the dun-dun, that's where it's...
A lot of it, yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah,
like
like-
a lot of build up, then to like a huge drop, like where like something crazy happens. You
Yeah,
know?
it's very eerie, but at the same time, oddly soothing, at least for me. John Carpenter is a trademark of doing the music scoring himself for his own movies. He is an extremely talented musician. However, oddly enough, The Thing is one of the few movies of his own that he personally didn't score. I'm not sure why he didn't, but I guess maybe he just felt like someone else could do it better. The score was done by Ennio Morricone. He is probably best known as the guy who created the theme music for The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Ennio Morricone was born in 1928. He's still alive, and he's still actively scoring films.
Really?
And believe it or not, he did not win an Oscar until 2016.
Wow.
At the age of, yeah.
Yeah, it's late in his life.
And guess what movie he won it for?
What movie?
Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight.
There you go. I'll do it.
Yeah.
And what makes that interesting?
Kurt Russell starring both of them. Like,
Well, yes.
The fact that Erskine Mannix, little boy, would talk about anybody else's behavior during wartime makes me want a horse laugh.
But also, The Hateful Eight uses some unused music that Morricone made for The Thing.
Really?
Yeah, like, if it was never put out publicly in a movie, it still counts no matter how many years later the music is used.
I'd say the ice is buried in is 100,000 years old, at least.
Tarantino has said that The Thing was a big inspiration for The Hateful Eight, so it's cool, all these connections.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
And a little bit of irony, Morricone won an Oscar for essentially using music that he had originally made for The Thing,
Yeah, you're right. That's funny.
but his score for The Thing, at the time it came out, was nominated for a Razzie for Worst Original Score.
Wow. And then it went. So that just kind of shows how ridiculous that industry is.
Yeah.
So, or just how it changed at least.
The Razzies are weird. I mean, some years they get it right and they nominate stuff like Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas, Dinesh D'Souza's Hillary's America, whatever Transformers sequel has come out. But then you remember they nominated Ennio Morricone's music and Stanley Kubrick's direction of The Shining.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
What was going on in the early 80s for the
Yeah,
Razzies? That
sure
doesn't sound
enough.
good.
Only excuse I think they can give is, it was our first year. We were trying to figure it out. But still, nominating Kubrick for a Razzie.
Yeah, definitely.
Blasphemy.
Especially in that movie too.